So one day I got a pretty interesting idea. What would happen if I took a box, a normal box from literally anything, just a random box, any random box that I could find, and turned it into a retro gaming PC, or basically a retro PC in which I can play some very old and simple titles inside of, or maybe titles that I used to play in the past, or anything similar. A simple little gaming cube or gaming box, a simple gaming cube or gaming box which had your typical old retro components inside of, and then to which I can just simply connect my TV whenever I wanted to, and then play some games, of course. And I thought about this idea for quite a few days until I decided one weekend while I was staying at home and while I was away from the school dormitory, why not? I mean, why should I not do it? And so I got to work. I quickly got to work making this PC. I planned everything out and I got to work, and the following footage will show you guys how I did it. Okay, so I have this box right here, and this box will be our box for our retro PC. Now don't worry about that box. I know that box also might look like some kind of retro gaming PC or whatever, but that's not it. Don't worry, that's something totally different that I built. This is going to be where our sort of gaming cube or PC will be set inside of. And yes, I know, you did see that correctly. It's literally a random box I found at home from a coffee machine of all things. So yeah, but we're gonna use this box to build a gaming, or I mean, it's not really gonna be a gaming PC because it's not gonna be like as powerful as a gaming PC, but it's still gonna be a sort of retro PC on which I can play some retro games inside of. So yeah, right here as well is where I have all of my components. Right here I have two different motherboards. Sorry if the lighting is really bad. I should probably turn on the other light real quick, so I think that should do the trick. To use this old and way weaker AMD paired motherboard, I guess. So we can set this motherboard aside, like here, for example, on my bed. And now next up, we're going to be looking for RAM and storage and processor basically on this. So this is that AMD processor that I said that, you know, was compatible with this motherboard, and let me actually check if it's actually compatible. So if I take this and let me align it with the rectangle, I think it's like, yep, perfect. And now if I push it down, okay, boom, there we go. So yeah, that checks in, that works. So yeah, that works. Now if we go back here, my only hard disk that I have here is this 500 gigabyte green disk, which well, not really the most convenient thing, should work, I guess. And now we're looking for RAM. So let me see what kind of RAM I have here. We could go for like a 2x4 build, like a 2x4 gigabyte build. But let's see. So this is all the RAM I have from a close. I have, so let me see, I have 2 gigabytes. Wait, I'm gonna have to set my camera down for this. You're gonna have to wait in some darkness for a second, guys. But this is 2 gigabytes of DDR3. Same with this. These are pretty good. These are pretty good contesters for this. Then we got an Infineon 512 megabytes. Ouch. One gigabyte, I believe. Yeah, no, these two. So the the Take MS RAM. So these two sticks of RAM are probably gonna be the best for this retro gaming build. So yeah, let me just gonna have to settle the phone down once again so I can put these RAM sticks in. So yeah, let me even see. Oh wait, we have an option of 4. Also, we can put 4 RAM sticks in here. Okay, that's actually pretty good because then we have much more headspace for like how much RAM. Oh my, okay, this is DDR. Whoa. This RAM is DDR3 and it does not support it. Okay. Yikes. Let me see if I have any more RAM here. Yeah, it's literally these 4 sticks right here. Yikes, and how much RAM is gonna be that in total? It's gonna be like 512. I think there's gonna be like barely 3 gigabytes of RAM. Oh boy, I don't think we're gonna be gaming a lot on this PC, to be honest, but yeah, I guess it is what it is, I guess. So I'm putting the RAM in. Yeah, wait, yep. Well, this RAM is supported, okay. Well, at least that's something. So RAM number 1 is in. Now RAM number 2. Yikes. Oh wait, did I? Oh my goodness, I am so dumb. I put in the RAM in the wrong direction. Oh boy, okay, there she goes. Oh my god, bro, what? There we go. And then, nice. The next stick goes in here, so just put it in and then click and then click. So I'll just show you guys how much progress we've done so far. So I'm putting in the RAM right now. Here's the processor. Here's the disk we'll be using. And yeah, does this even have an HDMI? No, this does not have an HDMI slot or like an HDMI connector. Like yeah, this does not have HDMI on its I/O, so we're most likely gonna need to put in on some kind of adapter. We're most likely gonna have to buy some kind of adapter or something like that. So yeah, but boom, there we go. And there it is. All of the RAM has been installed. That's like I think around like 3 or 4 gigabytes of RAM altogether. The processor as well, and then the disk. And now let's go and look for some cables that we're gonna be putting into this. So yikes, it's total chaos here. But let me see. I think I have some right here. Yep. Here they are. So here's the cable, the SATA cable that we need. Now if we go back here, we can put the SATA cable. So I'll just put one end of the SATA cable in. Let me check. I think that's correctly put in. It's kind of hard doing this with one hand, but I really want to show you guys as much of the process as I can. So okay, and then there we go, slotted right in. And now let me check where they are, the SATA ports. Okay, let me see. Okay, there we go. So that's slotted in very nicely as well. I'll take these 2 sticks of RAM and I'll put them back inside. And yeah, we'll just see how this works out. Probably not in the best way. I'm even concerned that it might not even work. But yeah, let me just take this. This is going to be the power supply that we're going to be using. It's going to be a 264 watt power supply. So yeah, I don't even know how compatible. Yeah, it should be compatible with this. Oh my goodness. Okay, probably should put this aside right here. It's probably gonna be compatible, probably. So let's put this connector in here, so there's no way this isn't compatible, right? Yeah, no, it's, wait, I have to do this with two hands because the cables on this PSU are really stiff. So yeah, and boom, there we go, just slots right in. And the connector, there you go. Okay, the connector is also supported, so that's at least something. And boom, there we go, slots right in. And now the last thing we need to connect is the fan, so the CPU fan connector, and slots right in. There we go, it just slots right in. Do we have anything else? Nope. As far as I can see, we haven't really missed anything else, so at least that's something. And there we go. This is the whole setup. The only thing that we're missing now is just the CPU cooler, aka the fan, and we can start putting everything inside of the inside of this case that we have right here, or I guess case in quotation marks. So yeah, I'll be right back to you guys once I finish off with everything, and like once I finish off with everything else. And while putting together the AMD cooler, I got reminded about just how big, clunky, and overcomplicated these coolers were to set up. And I genuinely pray for the people that actually set up these PCs on a daily basis in the past. Because Jesus Christ, I cannot see myself doing this these days. I don't know if you can see it from the recordings, but those screws are so scratched up and used up, mainly because of the fact that I did so many mistakes in the process. It was insane. Alright guys, so I am back, and holy moly, this entire process of setting up, not the entire setup, but just this one cooler right here has reminded me of the fact why I hate to put together old AMD coolers, because they are just so clunky and big and but just over complicated to set up. It's actually insane. But finally I've managed to set everything up. We've got the hard disk, the HDD, we've got the power supply, we've got the motherboard, the processor, the CMOS battery, the cooler. The only thing I'm concerned about is the thermal paste and whether this entire build will work at all because of how old these parts are. But yeah. So in the next episode, guys, we will be putting this build together. And what I mean by that is that we will take all of the components that we've put together now and find some kind of way to put them inside of the coffee machine box. But yeah, this was the end of the first episode of this brand new project of ours to turn a literally a random box I found into a nice retro PC, which I can maybe play some games on, some really simple and really old retro games on, maybe. But yeah, this was episode 1, where we put together the core components of the PC. Next episode, we'll try to put all the components in the case. The next episode, we'll try to customize the case, maybe do some changes, some improvements. And then the final episode will be testing and benchmarking this PC of ours and basically doing, you know, everything normally. But like, this entire plan is if everything goes to plan. If nothing goes to plan, which I really hope it doesn't, and I really hope this entire project is successful, and I really hope everything goes together and works out. But yeah, this was episode 1. And episode 2 will be incoming very soon. Don't you guys worry.